Everybody's on the phone to talk about Chris Brown and Rihanna. So we're going to start with Charlie, who's 29, calling from Queens. Chris, Charlie, what do you say?
Charlie, what's up, Wendy? How you doing?
How you doing?
Yes, I just seen the pictures today, and I highly agree. I believe that, me personally, I believe she was beat up by more than one person. And if Chris Brown did that by himself, I believe he's really how you doing.
Well, first of all, you don't highly agree with me. I never said there's more than one person. I haven't even said what I think about it.
No, I'm just saying as far as the whole fight, and I believe the pictures are real. They're not like altered pictures.
Yeah.
I'm just saying as far as my own personal opinion, I believe if he did that he couldn't have done that by himself. And if he did, if the picture looked real suspect, like it was more than one person that did that.
Thanks, Charlie. See, I don't think that it looks like more than one person. I think that, it's not difficult to beat up a 110-pound girl. And even though she's, like 5'11", she's tall, but she's thin like a model. You could blow her and break her. Come on. Hi, Jessica.
Hi, how are you, Wendy?
Fine, thank you. Jessica's 24, so she's in the age category. Today's Rihanna's birthday, right?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. So go ahead.
Well, Wendy, I'm calling because I had something to say about Rihanna and Chris Brown. I believe the incident that would happen with Rihanna and Chris Brown was that basically it was a text message that he received. Rihanna got upset, and it was not only because of the text message. There was another female that was involved.
Okay, well, beyond
Chris
that,
Brown was actually speaking to.
Beyond that, Jessica, beyond that, regardless of why the fight started, you see her face, and what do you think she should do?
Well, she has to do what's best for her.
Okay.
What's best for her. I think she should take action. Because once the man hits you, they will continue to.
All right. Thank you, Jessica. I don't know whether it's herpes. We can talk. That's been up in the mix, whether it's that she gave him herpes, that's being alleged. It's being alleged that there was a girl involved on a text message. It almost doesn't even matter at this point. He totally lost control. Brian's 35. He wants to talk. Hi, Brian.
Hey, Wendy. How are you?
Fine, thank you.
I have to be honest. All I've heard for the last 2 weeks have been Chris Brown and Rihanna and supposedly what he had done to her. Mm-hmm. Now, when I saw the picture of what he did to her yesterday, my mind was blown away. I couldn't believe that this man did this to her.
Yeah.
So all I know is that he needs to be put press charges against for hitting her. Mm-hmm. And she needs to come forward and let young women know that this is not the way they're supposed to be treated.
That's what I said. And if she stays with him, she's officially whacked out with a capital W.
Oh, all the way. If she stays with him, then you hate to say it, but then she's got what's coming to her.
You know what? And here's another thing, and I'll go this far, Brian. Brian's 35. We're kind of on the same wave. Tell me if you go this far. If she stays with him, I wouldn't even keep her as an easy breezy, beautiful cover girl because you don't represent nothing about no strong woman or strong young girl or role leader, right?
Oh, I agree 100%. A strong woman doesn't sit back and let somebody hit her.
So her career will suffer as much as his if she stays.
Yes. Oh, I agree 100%. This is a moment for her. If she doesn't do the right thing, her career is in jeopardy. Because his already is almost just about finished.
Let's face facts. We're all replaceable. There are millions of cute girls to get up there and take Rihanna's place, and there's millions of cute boys to come up and take Chris Brown's place. So this is a defining moment for all of them, and the music industry is churning out. Christina Milian's itching, and she's still young enough and cute. All she needs is the right tracks. All right. Look, we're going to take a break. We don't want to talk about this all day, do we? No. But, feel free. Let's go back to the telephone. Sean is on the phone, and Sean is 27. But before Sean, Kim is 36, and she's calling from East Hanover. Hi, Kim. Oh, well. Call back, Kim. All right, here's Sean. Hi, Sean. Sean? You guys are the telephone pods up? Hello, Sean? Okay, good. All right, here's one more then. Shannon?
Hi, Wendy. How you doing?
How you doing?
All right. I was going to make a comment about Rihanna. Personally, Wendy, I don't think her marks and bruises were that bad. And it looks like she might have herpes around her lips or acne or something. It didn't look that bad.
Well, I think that what you saw on her lip is from it being busted open.
Oh, you think that's what it is? You think it just crusted up a little bit?
Well, yeah. I mean, you know, the marks look pretty bad to me. Didn't you see the contusions on her?
On her forehead?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that was about it. I didn't see the black eye or anything. I was just looking at her lip like, ew.
Yeah.
How's she doing?
I can't take you, Shannon. Shannon, well, you're 25. Rihanna just turned 21. Do you know women in young girls like you in abusive relationships?
In college, when I went to college, there was a girl in an abusive relationship.
Yeah. And what was it? Physical? Was it verbal? A little of both?
Physical. He was a star athlete, and she was, you know, a groupie.
Yeah.
And,
and he was beating her behind.
Yes, basically.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you for calling, Shannon.
All right. Thank you, Wendy.
Have a good weekend.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
This is a press release from the LAPD. It says at 7 p.m. on Friday the 19th of 2009, the LAPD Media Relations Section began receiving numerous inquiries about a released photograph associated with the domestic violence incident that occurred on February 8th, 2009, involving the entertainer Chris Brown. The photographs appeared on an entertainment website. That would be TMZ. The photograph has the appearance of one taken during an official domestic violence investigation. The Los Angeles Police Department takes seriously its duty to maintain the confidentiality of the victims of domestic violence. Yada, yada, yada. They say they're going to do an internal investigation. I was watching Mike and Juliet this morning, and Geraldo and Judge Janine Pirro were on there, and Janine was like, well, you know, how do these pictures get just taken out of the police department and given? And one thing Geraldo says, which is very true, Geraldo said it could be anyone from a cop and a sergeant right down to a maintenance person and or a secretary. And then Geraldo said, but my question is, why would they want to do that and jeopardize their jobs? And I'm screaming at the TV. You know, my husband said, oh, you know, because the extra $100,000. I said, please, these are two A-list actors. I know a little something. That one picture is $250. Easily $250,000. And you still keep your job. You sell the picture. This internal investigation, look, this is just what they're telling us to keep us appeased. I bet you there's no internal investigation. And somebody got $250,000. And these pictures are so easy to come by. While they're taking the official pictures with the camera, you're holding your camera phone up or whatever you're doing. It's just all very sad. But it just goes to show something that many of us already know. Nothing is sacred. When people really want to find out, everything is so accessible. Pam's on the phone, and she wants to comment on the Rihanna picture. Hey, Pam.
Hey, Wendy.
Hey.
How you doing?
Good, thanks. Nice to have you here.
All right. Long time no hear from. Hello?
Yeah, I'm trying to think of where I heard from you.
Pam from Harlem. I know. It's Pam from Harlem.
Oh, wow, from back in the day. Hi, Pam.
Yes. How you doing?
Good.
I was just listening to the young lady talking about Rihanna bruises wasn't that bad. But I'm assuming that picture was first taken when she got to the police station and filed a report.
Listen.
Her eyes haven't got a chance to be black.
Yeah.
Or bruised, you know what I'm saying? And for the young girl to say that, so somebody start whooping on her.
Yeah, well, the pictures were bad. I just let it ride.
Yeah, they were. I totally agree. And not just that. Just imagine, that probably was like in the first hour or two.
Yeah.
They haven't even turned black. The lip, but you know what I'm saying, swell up on the contusions of the eye,
exactly.
Side of the contusions are getting black and blue.
Yeah.
So I really was appalled what the girl said, but it is Wendy.
I mean, but you know, Pam and everybody, I got a lot of very disgruntled texts immediately after I hung up with her. Everybody was calling her dumb, you know, and just out of order, out of pocket, and whatnot. So, you know, but she's not the only one with that opinion. There are plenty of other people too, and you know, we don't agree with that, but it is what it is. In terms of the photos leaking, of course, somebody got paid, and somebody got paid handsomely. And that somebody who got paid didn't get paid enough to quit their job, but they did it so slick because it's not difficult to do. You know, you sell the picture, they print the picture, you still keep your job in the police department or as wife of detective or as secretary, janitor, whatever. So easy. All right, you guys. We'll be back. And so this is the Wendy Williams Experience, and the Rihanna photo, the photo that has rung around the world at this particular point, is up, and people are having their opinions, and people have been expressing here and there throughout the day. I have a couple of emails. One says, one from somebody named Young Hood says, Wendy, the pics of Rihanna are crazy. Chris Brown is really emotional and mentally disturbed. I can't even look at those pictures anymore because it upsets me to see her like dat. Chris Brown is finished. Nobody will ever look at him the same. Real sad because he's talented and so young. If I ever see Chris Brown, I'm going to hurt him. Wow. We've been taking telephone calls here and there regarding what you guys think regarding the Chris and Rihanna thing. A lot of people have all agreed that, his career is finished. Some people think he has a career, but just with no endorsements. But what about Rihanna? What's her part in all of this? It's of my opinion that if she decides to stay with him, that she would be making the biggest mistake in her life, not just because of the abuse factor, but the career factor. I don't think that CoverGirl and people like that need to keep her if she's not going to represent like the strong young CoverGirl that she is. I mean, she's the one in the spikes and the leather. She's the one, while everybody else is weaving and looking the same, she's taking a bold stance to cut her hair virtually off, and she does something different sometimes. And I have said this, sometimes I feel as though she's over-contrived and over-stylized. But, that being said, I'm just saying she would be just kind of undoing all what she's tried to do in being strong and independent and all that other kind of stuff, So I think if she stays with him, then her career is finished in my mind. And Rihanna and Chris are special because they can sing and they're talented and whatnot. But do you know how many projects on the shelf with dust sit at every record label everywhere? They will invent another Rihanna and another Chris, and you'll miss them in the beginning, and then they will slowly go away and into the abyss. And as far as who leaked the pictures, the LAPD has already released a statement saying that the pictures look like they were from the same batch that were taken internally. And I say that there is no investigation going on inside. They're just saying that to make us feel good. And whoever sold the pictures sold them for at least $250,000 because this is one of the biggest entertainment stories going on right now. It's shrouded in all the mystery that we love. And this is not just any couple. This is, a couple that rings to young and old and black and Indian and white and whatnot. It's Rihanna and Chris Brown, so people care. There's a $250,000 picture there. Hi, CL.
Hey, Wendy, how you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you today, CL?
I'm not too bad and trying to stay that way. However, the thing that you've been, it's been understated, the flip side of the whole thing. I mean, while I definitely agree that if Chris did this, he's very wrong. It's been stated that he's had anger management problems in the past and everything, so it's very possible. I don't say that it's not. Okay. However, on the other hand, guys that I know, everybody knows someone that has had a domestic problem with a woman who has been the aggressor. A
big mouth broad who knows how to punch the buttons and make you want to punch her in the face. Listen, I think that people feel uncomfortable.
I'm not even saying leading up to you hitting her.
Okay.
I'm saying her hitting you.
Listen, I am with you, and I think that there are millions of people who are with you. It's just uncomfortable to talk about. Right now...
That's just it.
Well, listen...
Comfortable enough to talk about one side, you have to be...
Society's not set.
The other side to come out.
I think that in our minds, CL, we've all allowed the other side to come out. It's just not as awkward to say that a man hits a woman. But in our minds, I think we all know women who've got that big mouth, punch buttons, throw punches themselves, and then get upset and call the cops when you want to punch them in their faces. But with that being said, somebody hit somebody, and somebody's career is over. And if somebody doesn't make the right decision, then in my opinion, two people's careers are over. Thank you for calling. Did I ever tell you about the time that there was knocking outside of my apartment door and I was doing something really awful inside, didn't know what to do to cover up my naughty nation? So I opened up the refrigerator and poured ketchup on a Tampax.